Alright, so we'll continue in capacitors with where we have left off. Okay, our next topic in capacitors is calculation of charge. Okay, for different configurations we will try to calculate the charge in the circuits. Now let me start giving you explaining the basic things first. Now remember, in series charge will remain same, in parallel your charge will get divided but your potential difference will remain same. So keep that point in mind anyhow. Now let us start. So our first situation is, you have a capacitor C1, another capacitor C2 like this. Now if you connect this to some battery of V volt, okay, now you are supposed to give charge. So usually I told you your capacitance will be given in terms of farad. Let us say this is 5 microfarad and this is 10 microfarad. Okay, let us say you are given C1 and C2 and your voltage is 100 volt. Now you are supposed to find out charge on each capacitor. Okay, so if you are trying to find out the charge on each capacitor here, okay, do not try to complicate the question. Always try to do the answer in a simple manner. Okay, so always start with the basics. Okay, your first step is, what is it you are supposed to do? Your first step is simplifying this. Okay, so assume that you have a charge plus Q here, minus Q here. Okay, and on this also it is plus Q and minus Q because these two capacitors are in series. I told you and I have been telling you, if you take a enclosed region here, because no external wire is connected, your Q enclosed is going to become 0. So if you apply Kirchhoff's law, okay, plus 100 minus Q by C1 minus Q by C2 is equal to 0. Okay, so 100 minus Q by C1 minus Q by C2 is equal to 0. So that will give you how much means, it is 100 minus charge Q by C1 is 5 minus Q by C2 is 10, that is equal to 0. Okay, so multiply this into 2 by 2 if you do. Okay, that will give you 100 minus 2Q by 10 minus Q by 10 is equal to 0. So 100 is equal to 3Q by 10. So Q is 1000 by 3 microcoulomb because your capacitance is given in microfarad. Okay, right? So this is your first question. Okay, now second question, question number 2. Let us say you are given 3 microfarad here and 2 microfarad here. Let us say you are connecting this to some 100 volt battery like this. So if you are connecting this to 100 volt, question is find charge on each capacitor. That is your first question. Your second question is find potential difference between points A and B. Okay, right? So this is what you are supposed to do. Okay, now try this question after I keep telling you again and again. First try to solve these questions. Okay, in the problem solving sessions, advanced level questions will be, I'll keep doing more examples, but first conceptual part. Okay, to save time I am trying to minimize the length of the lectures as much as possible because It's not possible to give online lectures like how we do it in the colleges or at the institute. Okay, at my place I will do in much more elaborated way, but if somebody is missing, a quick recap will help you a lot. Okay, so only thing is, idea wise I am doing everything, but more number of examples will be done, that's all. Okay, right? So conceptually I am not going to teach anything new. So now first, okay, if you are taking this charge plus q, this will become minus q. For this it is plus q2 and minus q2. Okay, now try to apply Kirchhoff's law in this loop as well as in this loop, that will give you the answer. Okay, so in the bottom loop, okay, in the bottom loop, okay, what is your Kirchhoff's law? Okay, I told you your Kirchhoff's sign convention is, for resistor you have to look in the direction of current, it is minus IR. Opposite to direction of current, it is plus IR. For a battery, negative to positive terminal, it is plus E. Positive to negative terminal, it is minus E. Okay, and for a capacitor, positive to negative plate, it is minus Q by C. From negative to positive plate, it is plus Q by C. Okay, so this is how you are going to do it. Okay, you have resistor, battery and capacitor. Okay, now this is how you are supposed to simplify it. Okay, now for this part I am going to apply Kirchhoff's sign convention. Okay, I told you previously also, without watching current LCD, please don't try this, because it will be much easier. It becomes directly you will be able to do the questions. So now in the bottom loop, if it is 100 minus q2 by 2 is equal to 0, because for the battery it is from negative to positive terminal, so that is why it is plus 100. If you are going like this, it is positive plate of capacitor to negative plate, so that is minus q2 by 2 is equal to 0. From here your q2 is equal to 200 microcoulomb. Okay, next I will travel in the border. Okay, if I travel in the border loop, okay, if I travel in the border part, so it is 100 minus q1 by 3 is equal to 0. What is q1 means? It is 300 microcoulomb. Okay, so you will have 300 microcoulomb like this. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to do the calculations. Okay, hope you have understood all this basic stuff and there are no doubts at all. Okay, all right, next, your next thing is, okay, so today's class we will keep doing basic questions only. Okay, so I will not complicate stuff much. Your next question is, let us say you have 2 microfarad here, 3 microfarad here, then it is 4 microfarad, it is 6 microfarad here, and you have connected this to some 100 volt battery like this. Now let us say there is a switch in between. Okay, so find charge flown through the switch. I will ask, find okay, I will keep questions like this. Find first question. Okay, find first one is charge on each capacitor. That is your first question. Okay, next, second, charge flown through switch. Okay, so through the switch how much is the charge that is flowing. Okay, so all this you are supposed to calculate. Okay, charge on each capacitor before and after switch is closed. Okay, before and after switch is closed you are supposed to find out. and then after that how much is the charge that is flowing through the switch. Okay, so try this question. Anyhow, I will explain the solution. So first you are supposed to try answers to this part. Okay, now when switch is open, first I will do first bit. When switch is open, answer is very easy, it will not take much time. So here when switch is open, these two are in series because they are connected end to end. So this will become plus Q1 minus Q1 plus Q1 minus Q1. Okay, right? For this it is plus Q2 minus Q2 plus Q2 minus Q2. Okay, so your answer is very simple. Apply Kirchhoff's law here, apply Kirchhoff's law in this loop. Okay, if you do that, you will get what is Q1 and what is Q2. So let's do it. So for the bottom part, that is down loop, I will apply Kirchhoff's law. Plus 100 minus Q2 by 3 minus Q2 by 6 is equal to 0. If you multiply with 2 into 2 by 2, 100 minus 3 Q2 by 6 is equal to 0. 3 ones, 3 twos. Q2 is equal to 200 microcoulomb. Okay. So in the bottom part, what is the charge on each capacitor means it is 200 because this 3 and 6 are in series. Next, if you go through the top part, okay, plus 100 for the battery part minus Q1 by 2, okay, your potential difference Q is equal to C into V, your potential difference is Q by C. So that is why it is minus Q1 by 2 minus Q1 by 4, that is equal to 0. So 100 minus 2 Q1 by 4 minus Q1 by 4 is equal to 0. Your 100 is equal to 3 Q1 by 4. So Q1 is equal to 400 by 3 microcoulombs. Okay. Now you have calculated charge on top branch, you have calculated charge on bottom branch as well. Okay. So we have calculated charge on each part. Okay. Right. Now what is that we are going to do is next. Okay. I will find out after switch is closed how much is the charge. But before that, okay, you look at this part, okay, this yellow color part you observe very carefully. Okay, so in that yellow color part, if you ask me what is the charge, I will just simply say your Q enclosed is 0 because for the first 2 microfarad capacitor and 4 microfarad capacitor your charge is actually just getting redistributed, that's all. Okay, so one of the plates it is being removed and on the other plate it is actually getting attached. Okay, so that is why your enclosed charge in that part is 0. Okay, keep this point in mind. So I will write the answers. So before how much we got is 400 by 3 on the top part, okay, and on the bottom part it is 200 microcoulomb. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now I will close the switch. Okay, after closing the switch, once again we will try to calculate the charge on each. Okay, so let me erase this. Hope there are no doubts. Okay, so I am erasing this stuff down. Okay, so now 2, 4, 3, 6, those are my capacitors. 2, 4, 3, 6. I will close the switch. Okay, so it is 2, it is 4, it is 3, it is 6. Okay, so you have nothing here. This is your closed branch. Okay, right. Now after closing the switch, I will try to calculate what is the charge on each. Okay, hope you have copied down the previous part. Okay, so now let us start doing. Okay, so on this, let us say it is plus Q1 minus Q1. Okay, next on this, if I assume, okay, Q2 and minus q2 now, q3 minus q3, q4 minus q4. Okay, there are certain things that you are supposed to remember. What is that? I will tell you. These two are in parallel. These two are in parallel. So q1 by 2 is equal to q2 by 3. q3 by 4 is equal to q4 by 6. Okay, your potential difference is charge by capacitance. Okay, so q1 by 2 is equal to q2 by 3, q3 by 4 is equal to q4 by 6. Okay, now next, if you take Kirchhoff's law only in the bottom part, then this will become 100 minus q2 by 3 minus q4 by 6 is equal to 0. And on the top part, 100 minus q1 by 2 minus q3 by 4 is equal to 0. Okay, now from here you can express q2 in terms of q1. Okay, what is q2 means? It is 3q1 by 2. From here, what is q4 means? 6q3 by 4. Okay, now bring that q2 and q4. Okay, bring these two values and substitute into this equation. Then you will get an equation in terms of q1 and q3. Okay, so let's do that. So we are going to get 100 minus, oh no, you are going to get the same equation. Okay, that is not of any help. Okay, so now any other thing I will do. How can I reduce the number of equations? Another method we can do, but that is also becoming lengthy. I think we need to take parallel and then simplify. Maybe that is better. So 2 and 3 we have to replace with a single capacitor. 3 and 4 we have to replace it with a single capacitor and then do the calculation, I suppose. Okay, that you can do, but let me think of any other method. If you take this loop, okay, I mean there are a lot of ways in which you can solve this, but let us do this. So q1 plus minus q1 plus q3 plus q4 minus q2 is equal to 0. Why? Your enclosed charge in that region is equal to 0. From here q1 plus q2 is equal to q3 plus q4. Okay, right? So you have 4 unknowns, equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, and fourth equation you can apply Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so your fourth equation is 100 minus q2 by 3 minus q4 by 6 is equal to 0. Okay, 4 equations you have, you can solve it. So let us simplify this. I think this will work out better. q1 plus, what is q2? 3q1 by 2 from this equation, that is equal to q3 plus, what is q4 means? Okay, your q4 is, I can write it as 2 3s, 2 2s, so 3q3 by 2. Okay, right? So 2 plus 3 it is 5. 5q1 by 2 is equal to 5q3 by 2. So you are getting same value, okay, because it is kind of Wheatstone bridge condition. Okay, so my bad, I have directly made it easy. Actually, if this is Wheatstone bridge, 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6. So you can remove this middle branch, so you will get q1 equal to q3. But if some other value comes also, you can follow this method. Okay, so q1 is equal to q3. So if q1 is equal to q3, okay, so q1 is equal to q3 means it's better I use the top equation. So if q1 is equal to q3, in the outer loop if I travel, I am going to get 100 minus q1 by 2 minus q3 by 4, that is equal to 0. So q1 equal to q3, you substitute, you will get q1, q2, q3, everything. Okay. So now let us try to calculate this value. Okay. What is the charge flown through this, which means it is 0 only, because before and after these two plates will have same amount of charge, so it is 0. Okay. So entire calculation went bad here because you got perfect numbers. I will change it now and I will show one more method. So now you can calculate it. So that will give you 100 minus q1 by 2 minus q1 by 4 is equal to 0. So same value, previously how much you got, after closing the switch also you are going to get the same value. Okay. Now let us slightly modify this question because I did not check for Wheatstone bridge, so that is why I have done this much calculation. But we will use we will do a similar kind of question with a different approach. I will show that as well. Okay. So this method you can do it. Okay. So whatever comes to your mind at that point, you can follow that and then do the calculation. Okay. Now let us try to understand one thing. Okay. Still, okay, a better way we will try to solve the question. Now for example, let us say you have two capacitors C1 and C2, and let us say Q total charge is coming through this and it is splitting here. On this it is splitting as plus Q1 minus Q1, on this it is plus Q2 and minus Q2. Okay. Now what is that you are supposed to do is, okay, express your Q1 in terms of Q total and C1, express Q2 in terms of Q total and C1. Okay. Why I am doing this, I will tell you. Because in the previous question, whenever you have parallel capacitors, you can replace with equivalent, find charge on the equivalent and then divide this charge in terms of the ratios. Okay. To do that, you should know this result first. Okay. So if you are trying to do this result, okay, in this case your Q total is Q1 plus Q2 and your Q1 by C1 is equal to Q2 by C2. Okay, because both these capacitors are in parallel. So if total charge is dividing like this, your Q1 is Q2 times C1 by C2. Q1 is Q2 times C1 by C2, that is equal to Q1 plus, what is Q2 means? It is Q1 C2 by C1, that is equal to Q total. So you are going to get your Q1 is equal to Q total times C1 by C1 plus C2. Okay. Check once whether I have done it correctly or not. Q1 by C1 is equal to Q2 by C2. So from here Q1 is Q2 into C1 by C2. So Q2 is Q1 C2 by C1. Yeah, and so you are going to get top side, okay, it is total charge times that side capacitance by C1 plus C2, and on the bottom side it is total charge times C2 by C1 plus C2. Okay, many teachers will teach this. So they will ask you to calculate the total charge of the replaced equivalent and then they will distribute it like this. Okay, but this is slightly lengthy approach. Why that is the case also I will tell you. Okay, so previous example I did not check for Wheatstone bridge, that is why things went little out of the box. But now keep this point in mind. Okay, so total charge times that side capacitance times C1 plus C2. In current electricity you will get current is opposite side resistance by sum of resistors. Here in capacitor same side capacitance by sum of capacitances. Okay, so keep this point in mind. Okay, now I will give you a question, then we will have clarity. Okay, previously we had Wheatstone bridge that actually damaged the entire question. Okay, so in this example I will not let that happen. Okay, so let me take an example somewhere from the book so that I don't take this time any wrong values. I can take anything, there is nothing wrong with it, but still it's better we follow a single particular value. It will be a good approach. No, I don't see any question of that sort, but no issues. This is 2 microfarad. It is 3 microfarad. Then I have a switch indirectly, it is closed. Now this is 3 microfarad. Now it is by same numbers 2 and 6, and this will become 8. And then you are connecting this to some 100-volt battery. Now in this case you are supposed to find out charge on each capacitor. Okay, so take a minute time, you try it, then you continue the solution. Okay, you have to pause the video clip, try the solution, then you have to continue. Okay, now in this case, once again 2 and 3 are parallel because potential difference is same. 6 and 8 are parallel. Now it is not Wheatstone bridge. 2 by 3 and you will get 3 by 4. Okay, so it's not Wheatstone bridge. You are supposed to find out charge on each capacitor. Okay, now easiest approach is actually, in this case this has become equivalent. So 2 and 3 are in parallel, so I can replace with 5 microfarad. 6 and 8 I can replace it with 14 microfarad because those two are in parallel. So resultant is in series, so this is 100-volt battery. Okay, so in this directly you are going to get the answer in a simple way. Okay, here the potential difference, if you are marking as V here and V1 here, and if it is some minus V or some 0 volt, something like that. Okay, so you are going to get the answer so easily and directly. Okay, so this side it will be some 0. Okay, V and 0, some V1 here. So potential difference is V1 minus 0 here, V1 minus 0 here. It is V minus V1, V minus V1. So that is why the 2 and 3 are in parallel. So now here it is Q total minus Q total, these two are in series, plus Q total minus Q total. Apply Kirchhoff's law. 100 minus Q by 5 minus Q by 14 is equal to 0. Get the value of Q. Okay, so you are going to get your total charge. Okay, now once you get the total charge here, okay, once you get the total charge here, what happens is, okay, once you get the total charge here, what happens is, okay, we have to simplify this total charge and then try to get the answer. Okay, so now Q you will get it, that Q you will divide. Okay, so you will get the total charge, you have to divide it. Okay, just let me change the battery. Okay, now we will try to calculate the total charge. So this will become, you will get the value of Q. Now this total charge you have to distribute it. Okay, so just now we have seen. Okay, so how much is charge on Q2 means it is Q total into 2 by that side capacitance by total capacitance, it is 5. Here it is Q total into 3 by 5. Here it is Q total into 6 by 14. Here it is Q total into 8 by 14. Okay, how much you are getting, that I am just dividing from the previous calculation. Okay, right? So this is what you are supposed to do. Okay, now let us say I will add one more capacitors. This time I will take multiples of 5 to get the perfect number. Okay, so hope you have understood this and there are no doubts. Okay, so now if you are asked like charge that is flowing through the switch before when they are in series, okay, when the switch is open here, in this closed part when the switch is open your enclosed charge is 0, but now you have different charges, you have some minus Q1, plus Q1 minus Q1, now plus Q2 and minus Q2. So in this region what is the net charge before means it is 0. Now how much it is means Q2 minus Q1. So how much is the total charge flown means some Q2 minus Q1. From where did that come means when the switch is closed, through the switch it is flowing. Okay, So your charge flown when the switch was open, it is 0. Now it is how much means it is Q2 minus Q1. From where did we get this charge? Through the switch. Okay. So like that you have to calculate. Now let me give one more question. Okay, for understanding sake. Your question is like this. Your charge through the switch is what you are supposed to calculate. Your question is like this. You have 4 microfarad and 2 microfarad capacitor. 4 microfarad, 2 microfarad capacitor. This side it was earthed. Earthing means obviously it is 0 volt potential. Okay. And you have 60 volt connected like this coming from some other source. There is a switch. 2 microfarad capacitor is there and 10 microfarad capacitor is there. 10 microfarad, 2 microfarad capacitor is there. Okay. So this point is marked as X, this point is marked as Y. Okay. What is the question is, find potential difference between X and Y when switch is open. Your first question is, find Vx minus Vy when switch is open. Your second question is, charge flown through switch when it is closed. Okay. So I don't know whether you have solved the previous one completely or not. So that is why, for understanding sake, I am giving one more example. Okay. Now pause the video clip, try the answer, then only you do this question. Okay. Right. Now when switch is open, you are supposed to find out your potential difference. Now when switch is open, what happens? These two will be in series. So it is plus Q1 minus Q1, plus Q1 minus Q1. Now if I apply Kirchhoff's sign convention, I will get destination potential minus source potential, right? So if I travel from 60 to 0, okay, Kirchhoff's sign convention will give you destination minus source, 0 minus 60. Okay, your destination is 0 minus source is 60, that is equal to minus Q1 by 4, because I am traveling from positive to negative plate, minus Q1 by 2. So that will give me how much means 60 is equal to Q1 by 4 plus 2Q1 by 4 for simplification sake. So 60 is equal to 3Q1 by 4, 3 ones, 3 20s, Q1 equal to 80 microcoulomb. So before it is 80 microcoulomb on the top, okay, Q1, and on the bottom part once again, okay, 0 minus, this is your top branch, this is your bottom branch. If you go through bottom branch, 0 minus 60 is equal to how much it is going to become means, it is Q2 minus Q2, Q2 minus Q2. Okay. So 0 minus 60 is equal to, you are going to get minus Q2 by 2 minus Q2 by 10, that is equal to 0. So 60 is equal to 5Q2 by 10 plus Q2 by 10. So 60 is equal to 6Q2 by 10, 6 1, 6 10s. So Q2 is equal to 100 microcoulomb. Okay. Now what is your potential difference? Okay. What is your potential difference between X and Y means, you want Vx minus Vy. That means you are supposed to travel from Y to X like this. If you are traveling from Y to X, you will get Vx minus Vy, destination potential minus source potential. So your Vx minus Vy is going to become, okay, your Vx minus Vy is, okay, for this part it is, I am coming that way. So first I have negative plate, so that is, it is Q2 by 2, okay, Q2 by 2, and it is minus Q1 by 4, okay. So into 2 by 2 if you do, your Vx minus Vy is 2q2 minus q1 by 4. Okay, so you have got q2, you have got q1. Okay, so 2q2, that is 200 microcoulomb, minus q1 80 microcoulomb by 4. 200 minus 80, how much it is means, sorry, why to keep everything is in farads, no, you will get the answer in volt. So 200 minus 80 it is 200 minus 80 is 120. 120 by 4, you are going to get 30 volt. So your potential difference is 30 volt. So between this point and this point, when the switch is open, your potential difference is equal to 30 volt. Okay, right? So that is how you are supposed to calculate your first answer. Okay, next part is Q flown through the switch when it is closed. Okay, now before, how much is the enclosed charge in this region means it is 0. After switch is closed, how much if we calculate, from where this extra charge is coming means through the wire only it is coming, so we can calculate that. Okay, so now let us try to do that part. Okay, so let us try to simplify it. Okay, right? Next, find charge flown through the switch when it is closed is your next bit. Okay, so I am doing it. So next I will try to calculate the charge flown through the switch when it is closed. Okay, now after closing the switch, we have to calculate what is the value. So after closing the switch, your charges will be different. So we need to take care of that part. Right. Now after closing the switch, to calculate the charge flown, after closing the switch, first we need to calculate the this thing, your potential the charges on each. So plus q1 minus q1, let us say it is plus q2 minus q2, plus q3 minus q3, plus q4 minus q4. Okay, right? And let us say your common potential is some V here. Okay, now we know that, okay, your q1 by 4, because these two are in parallel, q1 by 4 is equal to q2 by 2. So from here 2 1s 2 2s, so q1 is equal to 2q2. Next, q3 by 2 is equal to q4 by 10, 2 1s 2 5s. So q3 is q4 by 5. Okay, so we have expressed in terms of q1 and q3. Now next, if you travel in the bottom part from 60 to 0, 0 minus 60 is equal to minus q2 by 2 minus q4 by 10. Okay, now we need the relation between q2 and q4. So we don't have relation between q2 and q4. Okay, all right. Now one more thing that I can do is, if I take this loop, in this loop your enclosed charge is supposed to be 0, because all those 4 plates, okay, do not have any external connection apart from this. So whatever charge comes, only redistribution will happen, rearrangement will happen. So that will give me q1 plus q2 is equal to q3 plus q4. Okay, that will give me q1 plus q3 is, sorry, q1 plus q2 is equal to q3 plus q4. Okay, reason, your enclosed charge is supposed to be equal to 0. Okay, so minus q1 minus q2 if you send it to one side, q3 q4 if you send it to one side, that is what you are going to get. Now from here q2 can be written as, q1 can be written as 2q2. So q1 is 2q2 plus q2, that is equal to, q3 can be written as q4 by 5 plus q4. From here 2 plus 1, it is 3q2 is equal to q plus 5 means that is 1 plus 5, you are going to get 6q4 by 5. So 3 1s 3 2s, q2 is equal to 2q4 by 5. Okay, now take this back, substitute in this, get the value of q2. Q4 you can get it, Q2 you can get it. Okay, Q4 and Q2 values you will get it. Now once you get these values, okay, you can just simplify this stuff. Okay, I don't need to explain completely. Now how much is the charge flown through switch means once you know Q4 and Q2, automatically you can give Q1 and Q3 value. How much is the charge flown through switch means previously in this loop your enclosed charge, that white one, your enclosed charge it is 0. Now your charge flown will become, now how much it is means previously it was 0. Now how much it is means it is Q3 minus Q1. From where did this charge come? This charge has come through the switch only. Okay, so that is how you are going to simplify it and calculate it. Okay, so come on, do this. I will simplify in the meantime. Okay, so now let's do this. So 60 is 5Q2 plus Q4, sorry, 5Q2 plus Q4 by 10. Okay, I have multiplied into 2 by 2. So 5Q2 can be written as 2Q4. 2Q4 plus Q4 by 10 is equal to 60. So 200 is equal to Q4 if you simplify. Okay, 2 plus 1 3, 3 ones 3 20s, 20 into 10 200. So Q4 is 200. Okay, Q4 is 200. Okay, that will give you Q3 as how much means 200 by 5, that is 40. Okay, it is 40 microcoulomb. And your Q2 is 2 by 5 times 200, 5 ones 5 40s, Q2 is 2 into 40 80. So Q2 is 80 means Q1 is how much means it is 160. 160 microcoulomb is Q1. Okay, so I have done the calculation here. Now what is enclosed charge means Q3 plus minus Q1. Q3 how much we are getting? 40 minus Q1. 40 minus 160 means it is 120. Okay, so your final answer will be 120 microcoulomb. Okay, so this is minus 160 and this is plus 40. Okay, 40 minus 160, your answer is Q3 minus Q1. Okay, so net is how much means it is minus 120 microcoulomb. That means charge has gone, your electrons are removed from the bottom region and they are sent to the topmost part. Okay, right? So minus 120 microcoulomb is the charge that is flowing through the switch. Okay, so like this you are supposed to simplify it. Okay, right? Next, now let us try to do some more questions. Let me check whether time is there or not. But remember, if there is earthing, obviously you are supposed to identify that it is a zero potential point. Okay, earthing means zero potential point. Okay, right? Next, next question is it appears it is little big, so I will do this question. Any method you follow, that is up to you. Okay, so when you directly see things, you try to adjust and then do the answers. Okay, maximum you try to apply Kirchhoff's law. Next, question is this. It is very big in the this thing. You have 120 volt C, okay, then you have 4, okay, 4 microfarad you take, then 6 here, 12 here, 4 here, one more here, that is 9 and 18, and here it is 15 and 10. Here it is 6 and 3. This point is your x, this point is your y. Question is, if Vx minus Vy is equal to 20 volt, find C. Vx minus Vy is equal to 20 volt, find the value of C. Okay, so you are indirectly given potential difference between these 2 points as 20 volt and you are supposed to find out the value of C. Okay, so try this question for a minute, then I will explain the solution. Okay, now here always first step is simplifying the circuit. Okay, without that you can do nothing. So this 6, 12, 4 all are in series, replace with equivalent. 9 and 18 you replace it with equivalent. 10 and 15 series, replace it with equivalent. Okay, now last part you leave as such. Okay, because if this is given as 20, okay, your potential difference is given and your capacitance is given as 3, right? So your Q is C times potential difference. How much is charge on this means 20 into 3, it is 60. It will become plus 60, plus 60 on the bottom, minus 60 on the top. Okay, because these two are in series, once again plus 60 and minus 60. Okay, here only this 20 volt information is given, so that is why I am trying to simplify it. Vx minus Vy is given as 20. Okay, so at each step I will try to simplify the circuit. So these two C's can be replaced with a single capacitor of 2C. Okay, I hope you have copied the question properly. So first I will replace, these two are in parallel, I can replace it with 2C. I am supposed to find that out, how much is the value, don't worry. So this is 18 into 9 by 18 plus 9. Okay, so that will give you 18 into 9 by 18 plus 9 means 18 plus 9 is 27. 18, 9, 9, 3, so you will get 6. This part I can replace it with 6. Okay, this part I can replace it with 6. This part I can replace it with 2. Okay, this part I can replace it with 2. Okay, you check the simplification later. This I can replace it with 2. I don't need to give. In series 1 by C equivalent is 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 like that. Okay, and this is 15 into 10, 150 by 125, so this will give you 6. Okay, so you are going to get 6 here. I have replaced it. Okay, so 2, 6, 6 and 20. Now why did I give this charge as 60? I am telling you once again, your charge is C into V, so 3 into 20 it is 60. Okay, and now next here also it is supposed to be plus 60 and minus 60 because these two are in series. Okay, now if you replace with equivalent, this 6 and 3 will be 6 into 3, 18, 18 by 9, 2. So I can replace this with 2 microfarad capacitor having charge of 60 microcoulomb. Okay, so this part I can replace with 2 microfarad capacitor here having charge of plus 60 and minus 60 like this. Okay, right? Hope there are no doubts at all. Okay, and there is no confusion. Okay, how much is the potential difference means? Okay, your potential difference is charge by capacitance. Okay, your potential difference is charge by capacitance. So from here to here it is 30 volt. Okay, hope you have understood it. In series charge will be same. After replacing also you will have same amount. Okay, right? Next, this will be 30. Okay, next that 6 and 2 can be replaced with equivalent. so that will be 8. Okay, and this 6 and 2 also can be replaced. So here I will replace this 2 with a single capacitor whose capacitance is 8 microfarad like this, and this 6 and 2, okay, between these 2 points it is 30 volt. Okay, these two are in parallel, so C1 plus C2, 6 plus 2, I will replace this also with a single capacitor, so you will have 8 microfarad and your potential difference is 30 volt. Okay, so I have redrawn at every step, I have replaced with the equivalent. Okay, now from here to here it is 30 volt. Okay, how much is the charge means? Okay, how much is the charge means your charge is what? C into potential difference. So 8 into 30, it is plus 240 minus 240 coulomb. Okay, so this will automatically become, because these two, this 8 and this 8 will be in series, so this is minus 240 microcoulomb, this is plus 240 microcoulomb. Okay, now this 8 and 8, okay, this 8 and 8, they are in series, so if you replace you will have 4. Okay, you don't need to replace. With this I think you will be able to solve the equation. Let me check. So plus 240 minus 240, so it's not going to be a big deal. So now you have these two are in series, so I can replace with equivalent with the same amount of charge. Okay, so 8 and 8, if they are in parallel, it is 8 into 8 by 8 plus 8, so 64 by 16, that will give you 4. So I can replace with 4 microfarad capacitor. Okay, I can replace with 4 microfarad capacitor having charge of 240. Okay, if I remember it correctly. Okay, I have erased it. This side it is plus 240 microfarad and it is minus 240 microfarad capacitor. Okay, right, next. So these are the charges that you have. Now this 4, both these 4s, okay, these two are in parallel. How much is the potential difference means? Q by C. So this will become 60 volt Q by C. So this will automatically become 60 volt. Okay, because both are in parallel, potential difference is same. Okay, so 240, no, 240 by 4 is how much? 240 by 4 is 25 by 4, 6 4s are, yeah, 60 volt. Okay, so finally you have 60 volt. Okay, so you have 60 volt potential difference across this. Now if you replace these two, this 4 and this 4, okay, finally if you redraw the circuit, it is 120 volt followed by 2C, then followed by how much you have means this 4 and this 4 both are in parallel, so I can replace it with 8 microfarad capacitor and having a potential difference of how much means it is 60 volt here. So 60 volt in the sense how much is the charge means, okay, your charge is Q by C, so it is Q is 60 by 8 minus 60 by 8. Okay, your Q is C into V. What is that I am doing? I have gone little out of mind. Okay, so late night recording effect. Okay, so you have 8 microfarad and 60 volt. Your Q is C into V. So 8 6 are 48. So it is 480 minus 480. This 8 and this 2C are also in series. So on this there is plus 480 and minus 480 charge, because these 8 and 2C are in series. Apply Kirchhoff's law. Plus 120 minus 60, okay, that is nothing but your 480 by 8. So that will become 60 minus 480 by 2C is equal to 0. From here calculate value of C. You should get your answer as, okay, 4 microfarad. Okay, so at every step I have simplified. I have used Q equal to C into delta V, or delta V is equal to Q by C. I have used only these two steps. Okay, right? Okay, so this is how you are supposed to use these basic techniques. Mostly try to apply Kirchhoff's law, and wherever it is required, your charge is capacitance into potential difference. Do that, you will get answers to most of the questions. Okay, so with this we will stop this lecture on finding charge on capacitors. Okay, and tomorrow we will start with basic part, dielectrics and all, and then we will try to apply energy conservation theorem later. What happens when you introduce dielectric and all. So Springs work done in introducing dielectric, all that stuff we will be seeing in the next class. Okay, right? So now with this, hope you have understood it. Okay, so please take any reference book and start solving the questions. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.